You are listening to Viewpoints from PlaceCloud. Cultural researchers tell stories of places from around the world. For the full multimedia experience and to support the creators you enjoy, visit placecloud.io.
If you've never been inside St Mary Magdalene Church, you can have no idea how breathtaking it is. The elaborate and colorful decorations aren't even suggested by its exterior, but they make a striking visual impact. No doubt that's why it was used for the highly decorative and vividly colorful 1970s horror Secret Ceremony, starring Elisabeth Taylor and Mia Farrow. Decoration is incredibly important throughout the film, as is color, which are both used lavishly to give sensuality and surreality to the unusual horror film. The other main location in the film is the famous Peacock House near Holland Park, whose arts and crafts interior and colorful walls mirror the high arches and colorful mosaics of this church. Both locations are visually spectacular, but the church plays a striking role in the film. Secret Ceremony begins with grieving prostitute Lenora, played by Taylor, preparing to visit the grave of her deceased daughter. On a bus to St Mary Magdalene Church, she's observed by a quiet, unusual young woman, Sensi, played by Farrow. Sensi notices Lenora looks uncannily like her own dead mother and silently comes up beside her, staring at her unnervingly. When Lenora gets off the bus, the camera follows her, and she stops to notice Sensi shortly behind. Silent and determined, Lenora goes into the church. With its large arched doorway and glistening gold icons on the wall, Lenora seems small and fragile as she lights a candle for her daughter and sits to pray. Sensi follows in after her, standing at a fluted pillar just inside the main door. Once spotted, Lenora tries to discreetly move away, and both women begin to shadow each other as they move up the nave towards a baptism happening at a font in the far end of the church. Each move is still and unnerving, and the women seem to become smaller as the church envelops them. While Sensi is distracted with the baptism, Lenora makes her way to the cemetery, where Sensi again looms over her. At her daughter's grave, Lenora confronts the stranger, but in a flash sees the eyes of her dead daughter and realizes after a moment that Sensi has some strange connection with her. Sensi reaches out her hands to take Lenora's, and thus begins an unsettling and surreal relationship of power, money, control, and unspeakable grief, which bind the two women together. The beauty of the church mirrors the beauty of the surface relationship the women develop. It's vividly colorful thanks to costuming and makeup. It's terribly attractive. But, like the cemetery, it's built on death and has nowhere to go. The film is chilling, but its locations are breathtaking. If the film interests you, I have another viewpoint at Kensal Green Cemetery where you can learn a bit more about the story and follow in Mia Farrow's footsteps.